Alone and warming his 5 wits, the white owl in the belfry sits. The owl has long been a symbol of wit and wisdom, but a good place to find facts about strigiforms is the International Owl Center down in Houston, Minnesota. The goal of the International Owl Center is to advance the survival of wild owl populations through education and research.
They've been very prominent in history and cultures forever. My name is Carla Bloom. I'm the Executive Director of the International Owl Center. The goal of the International Owl Center is basically inspiring people to care more about owls so that they're going to make changes in their daily lives that are going to have a positive impact on owls. So it's basically empowering people to help make the world a better place for owls. And that's kind of the big thing, making the world a better place for owls. Because when it boils down to it, we're the owl's biggest problem. Humans are. The world over, it doesn't matter what country you're in, humans are the biggest problem. We've introduced invasive species, we're destroying their habitat, we're poisoning them, inadvertently, usually, but we're the biggest problem. So educating people is the biggest key to success for helping owls.
So the reason we do these programs is so that you can get to see owls up close and personal, because we really believe that's what helps people care about owls. And there are simple things that you can do to help owls. And number one, how many people in this room use paper? Raise your hands. Okay, how many of you people recycle your paper and cardboard? Raise your hands. Excellent. That's a wonderful thing you can do to help owls. It seems like a simple thing, doesn't it? How is that going to help? Well, it helps because where do owls live? In the wild, and they'll nest in trees, right? Where does paper come from? Trees. Okay, if we cut down the trees, where are the owls going to live? And researchers now in the wild who are banding birds and taking blood samples are finding that 60 to 80% of the raptors that they trap have some type of rodenticide in their bloodstream and in their organs. 60 to 8, that's over half. I mean, this is the, this is crazy. So we need to stop using that stuff. And the best thing you can do is get a snap trap. They work really good, they take care of the issue, and they don't harm other wildlife. So if you're on a farm property and have barbed wire that's not being used, please take it down or find somebody who can safely take it down for you. Because owls are night predators. They use their vision, they use their hearing, they're focused on their prey, they are flying, looking and listening at that prey. Barbed wire isn't even on their radar.
Our motto is basically making the world a better place for owls, which is on the back of our shirts. And then behind me is Alice. She's the one that started everything back in 1998. She fell out of her nest when she was 3 weeks old, and the dislocation of her elbow was too severe for her to ever heal well enough to be able to fly and live in the wild. So she was raised around humans, and I got her when she was 1.5 years old when I was working at the Houston Nature Center. So she was the first live animal that we had there. She's the only live animal that we had at the Houston Nature Center. And her popularity is honestly what started all of this. It's because of her that we have an International Festival of Owls, it's because of her that we have a World Owl Hall of Fame, and it's because of her that we have the International Owl Center. Our International Festival of Owls is the only full weekend all-owl festival in North America. Now, we had no idea that was going to happen when we started. It literally started as a hatch day party for Alice, because the Houston Nature Center was built as a trailhead for the Root River Trail. and we're a town of 1,000 people, so tourism was the main reason that we have a nature center in Houston. So I thought, well, Alice is popular. What's going on the beginning of March when she hatched? Nothing. So let's do a hatch day party and we'll call it an owl festival. And we'll have some other live owls come in, we'll do some kids activities and things like that. And we expected it just to be a little thing. And the first year we had 300 people, which is pretty good for a town this size. We thought, well, let's expand on this. So we started getting speakers from elsewhere, and within a few years, we had people flying here from Alabama, California, New York. Like, you're flying to Houston in the beginning of March? Why? And that's when we realized nobody else was doing anything like this. We're like, wow, okay, let's expand on this. So as the festival started getting bigger and bigger and more popular, we kind of realized there's also no owl center in North America that is focused on education. So we thought, let's start an owl center here. We already have the owl reputation, so let's take it and run with it. And rather than do it in a bigger city, being in a small town, you can have an immersion experience. So when you come for the Owl Festival, you go to the Lutheran church and you have owl face pancakes. You go to the community center and there's owl activities there. You go to the school, that's where most of the activities are. You come here, we have other things going on here. There's a Parade of Owls art tour that's throughout town. All the businesses are decorated with owls from our owl coloring contest in their front windows. So you come into town and the coffee shop has owl-themed coffees and owl decorations everywhere. You don't get that in a larger community. A small town, you can do that, where like owls are the thing. So that's kind of what we're working on here.
So I invite you to check our website to see what's going on and come to our festival. But I really invite you to make a difference in the lives of owls by, becoming a member of the center, by telling your friends about us.
We'd love to have people come visit the Owl Center. For anybody who's a member of the International Owl Center, you get half-price admission at the National Eagle Center, as well as at the Minnesota Marine Art Museum. So we do like to encourage people to go to more than one place, because we do have some fantastic places here in southeast Minnesota to visit.